Hello and welcome back to the RL Norway Super Series. We've just had a superb opener, going in the favour of AW3 against Rotarion. Unexpected winners in AW3, but very deserved winners in the end. I'm joined again by Bart. And what do you have to make of that series which we've just watched unfold?
That was an amazing series, and AW3 just able to get the upper hand, and Tyrion wasn't their finest work, and I'm sure they'll be back with vengeance when we are ready for our next time we see them. But with that said, we've got COR up against Senja Godalions now, and I'm sure that this is going to be one for the ages.
Absolutely, we can have a quick look at the lineups. We've got Lutix, Hayes, and Jolly going up against Jaya, Safix, and Khan. There's some names on here which I recognise, but Parks, I'm interested to see your thoughts on the players which are about to take to the field.
I know one or two players in this lobby, and I'm very much looking forward to it. These are two teams that I've not seen before. I've seen Godalions playing in different variations with different teams, and obviously with this mode with Senja, this is a completely different squad, but I'm looking forward to this one nevertheless, and I'm looking forward to making my prediction in a moment here.
Absolutely, I've been privileged to work with COR a little bit during my career in the Rocket League space, but Lutix is a player on that roster which I recognise, which I know what they're capable of. And I'm honestly, this series is going to be phenomenal.
I'm very much looking forward to it, but with that said, let's head over and see what we think about it and who we think is going to come out victorious on this occasion. Well, with the first series, we were both wrong. What do you think is going to be the winner on this occasion, Potter?
You see, I thought you were about to take the lead with that then, Darks, and I was going to say, you know, I can at least, one of us can be right. If you pick one team, I can pick the other one of us would be right. But now I've got to go with what I actually think. And although I mentioned Lutix, I mentioned that I've worked with COR before. I've kind of got to go against her. I've got to go with Senja Godalions. I know Jaya, I know Safix, I know Khan, I know what they're capable of. And as a roster, I've not seen them all play together as a team, but I'm really looking forward to what they can conjure up as a three.
You know what? Just to grant your wish, I'm going to go with COR. I was going to go with Senja Godalions, but just to grant your wish, I'm going to go with COR. So one of us is going to be right, one of us is going to be wrong. Let's see what you think in chat. And 91% of you are thinking that it's going to be Senja Godalions. Last time around, you were correct in chat. We'll see if that is the same this time around, though.
Absolutely. And I mean, touching on COR and maybe why the predictions are so heavily one-sided. They weren't supposed to be in the Elite Division, but they got granted the spot of Fact Revolution, who unfortunately could not participate in this season. And of course, going up against Senja Godalions, which is a collaboration, as you can tell, between Senja and Godalions. Senja are two-time Norwegian champions in the GGL, so they've got the reputation. COR3 have got expectations. Well, they don't have much expectations. They've got expectations which they want to create from themselves going into this series. And at best of 7, they've got 4 games to take. They can really make a mark for themselves there.
They really can make a mark. And with all our waffle complete, why don't we just get straight on into this one? We have Senja Godalions up against COR for our second match of the day.
And again, this is where we kind of get stuck and we keep going on about how much we're looking forward to it, but we really just want the Rocket League to do the talking. As soon as we shut up, we took the back seat back, we were able to see the players unfold of the last series when we were really in for a treat, and I'm sure this series will be
I'm completely certain of that as well. And why don't we just get ready for some Rocket League action? We are underwater to start off this first game, and it's going to be a fun first game at that as we get the sign to go, and it is going to be a go, 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 go. It's COR versus Senja Godalions, and it's game 1 here, and it's live.
It is live. 5 minutes on the clock once more, a time which we're also familiar with in Rocket League. As the first shot is potentially going to be the first goal, but it's a brilliant save coming up from Hazy to deny Jaya early on.
Early on, already opportunities going a begging. Hazy to the side. This one's going to be in field. Jolly now clears this one away. He's going to stay on this play. And this game is so fast already. Jaya taking it from the back lines of the orange side. That one's going to be Isaac all the way forward. But Safix couldn't quite find the back of the net on that occasion. Second time around, he's going to get another opportunity. But still no goal is found. And we stay at a deadlock at 0-0.
Lutix, high touch, Safix into their own back left corner. Potentially allow an opening for Jay, who can take those guys. Has got Lutix to the left, can try and find a shot onto that one. Khan can come through to finish off the play, but Jolly, their easy composed shot almost straight at them as Safix with an unconventional miss can now potentially find a play of their own. I thought they were going to go looking for the pass. They went looking for the angle instead, and what an angle it would have been to open up the account for this game.
Very much so, and I feel like this series is going to be about moments. Who's going to have that defining moment? Who's going to get the serious, the real, no more funny business goals? Who's going to be the team to show up, or the players to show up? Hazy's obviously going to try and be that guy for his side of core, but nothing coming just yet as we stay 0-0, and Jaya intercepting that one in the midfield. Jolly going to try and find a touch. No one is able to get a touch, not even Card. This ball stays out of the wood, but not for long. This one's back midfield. Jaya clears this one away, and finally, we are still scoring.
We are, and this is where it really starts to tickle the brain. Big plays start to come out from big players, and they need to get inventive because the basic stuff, the stuff which they're used to, doesn't often work. 2 minutes into this game, you thought potentially the deadlock would have been broken, but the defense holding strong for both teams so far. The Safix is going to pick up possession on the right-hand side. It's going to be forced to 50, this one with Hazy. Over to the right, Jolly was waiting for it as Jay into the back corner. Can give possession up to Khan to find us over one defender. Hazy already up forward, the speed way too quick at the moment. Safix already upfield for this one. Could have been an open net, but they were not able to find the angle. There's an impossible angle to get the ball moving way too quick as Khan trying to find another touch onto this one. The pressure has been coming through from Senja Godalions all game long, but again, we saw that in the last series. All it takes is one shot, all it takes is one opportunity, and you've got the lead in your favour.
Very much so. All it takes is that one moment to come, and Khan is trying to make that moment happen early on in this series with Senja Godalions, unable to do it that time around. This is Jaya trying to get the unfinished business complete, and Lutix almost sending that one sky high into his own net, but just over the crossbar it was, as he intended. Golly, that's a shot easily blocked though, and Lutix there again, unable to do much with it. Here's Khan picking it up, fakes out one only for a moment though. Jaya all the way up to the ceiling. What can he do? 20 boost to work with, and can't really do much other than just pass the ball away. And Khan reclaims possession, trying to find the double. Nothing's going to come of it, and this attack might thrizzle up the moment. Safix is there with the fake. It is 1-0 Senja Godalions already.
It's only taken them almost 4 minutes to get the opening goal. The pressure's been there all game long. 6 shots onto the COR3 net to the 1 on the opposite from COR. And it's going the way which we thought it would go, but it's taken Senja Godalions a long way to break the account here in game number 1, but potentially the floodgates could open going into later games.
We've got another Rule 1. We saw it in the previous series. We've got one already here in this one in game 1, and quickly we've got ourselves a 2v2. It's a Rule 1 in the corner. Safix taking control now. It is Safix who is able to continue this play with Jaya joined alongside him, and Senja Godalions, hopefully, maybe they'll just hold out this game, or will they just get the next goal and make sure that no hope is there for COR?
There's Safix into the corner. Again, a lot more space starts to come through for these players now. Lutix, very awkward, could not find the touch, put themselves in a very awkward spot. Jaya doubles the lead for Senja Godalions.
Senja Godalions looking to go with a vengeance in game number 1 here. They've already got 2 on the board, and they're just getting started. 50 seconds remaining of that 2v2. They have themselves a second, they double up the score, and they look to win this first game of the series.
We do, and it's a great way to start to assert some dominance here. They come in as the favourites to have a 2-0 lead here in game 1. Can set the precedent early on, can really put some nerves, some pressure onto court because they know they need to come back into it and they know what they're up against. But with 30 seconds left, it doesn't seem like it'll be coming in this game.
That is very much so. We've got 20 seconds remaining, as you said. Not much coming on this game for Corp, and it's a little bit like go next. You've got 10 seconds left. You're not going to do much when Khan is just fizzling every opportunity to play. Jaya fakes the second touch. Zafix gets the game done. Senja Godalions are going to take game number 1 here in quite dominant fashion.
They are, and I thought Jaya was going to find a touch onto that one. Worked out even better that they didn't. Zafix able to slot home a third. And this game pretty much over. It's going to be a 1-0 advantage for Senja Godalions. And if you are caught in this situation, you're somewhat expected to lose this series. First game has gone quite heavily against you. What do you do to keep the mental up
In this situation, to keep the mental up, you just have to remember, it's always nil-nil. That regular, any sport mentality is always nil-nil. No matter what is going on, we get a new server being requested. I'm sure we're going to get that now. We are going to be getting a new server in a moment, so sorry if there are any slight delays, but there have been no delays for getting this series started for Senja Godalions. They start as they mean to go on.
Absolutely, and I feel like sometimes I start to tunnel vision in these situations. I've seen a team as a favourite. I've seen a team who are the favourites win 3-0 in their opening game. I start to think that series over. I need something from Core coming into game number 2 to really get me back on their side. Luckily, my prediction was in the right half here. It's not going to be me who's going to be looking silly at the end of this series. It'll be you, Bart.
Well, I've not done anything. I was going to predict Senja Godalions. I was just doing it to keep it all square, but it is not all square at the moment. It's Senja Godalions with a game 1 victory and a 1-0 lead in the series as we have our players getting ready to rumble for game number 2. It's Manfield night as we get this kickoff underway. Let's get this party started here for game number 2.
Absolutely, party started indeed. There's not been too much to shout about for Corp. Senja Godalions all been in their favour. They can have the after party after series, which the way it's going at the moment is Jaya into the back left corner. Hazi can potentially open up the scoring here. It's a great bump. Lutix can maybe find the shot, can find the open net, and it's opening blood to Core in game 2.
Way better on this time around. It's Hazy in the midfield, gets a bump, sends one man off the play. If you can't beat him, just delete him, is the mentality coming into game number 2 from Core. And Senja find themselves on the back foot and concede their first goal of the series, and I'm sure that is not going to hinder them very much as they still have that momentum coming through from that first game with that 3-0 victory. Very dominant fashion. Jolly does this one away. Sapphic from the back lines. This one's midfield. Khan is there. Not going to be able to find the double because Hazy just clears it away. Here's Sappic's midfield to J.O. and J.O. sorry. Now it's going to be cleared away and nothing going to come up that attack, and it's now back on the defensive end for Senja Godalions.
Just Khan taking to the skies once more. Gets denied away by Jolly. Hazy into the corner. Sapphic can deal this danger away. It's a great pinch to clear this one away. Lutix into the corner again. Sapphic will challenge this one off of the ceiling. Can find a touch onto it. Can't keep it close. However, Jolly takes over possession against a great damage from Sapphic, but Jay couldn't get control of that ball. It's popped down off the ceiling. The shot can come through from Khan. It's not goalwards. It's not goal bound, and it's dealt away by Lutix. Defense looking much better from Core. The offense looking even better as well. And this could potentially be where the turn starts to tide here for Core.
Tables might just be turning. Senja Godalions find themselves on the back foot. They can't find a way through this back line of Core, and Core seemingly finding a way through the Senja Godalions back line with ease, like a hot knife through butter. Here's Lutix to the sky, trying to get this one dropping down into the top right corner, but it's cleared away at the nick of time by Sapphic, and it's 3 players just behind the ball for Senja Godalions, trying to tie up this game and try to give themselves a second game in this series, but at the moment that's not going to be happening. Khan gets removed from the field. Here's Lutix picking it up, and Jaya in the nick of time there again to stop that one from advancing. Oh no, that's a mishap. That really should have been stopped. I don't think the goalkeeper expected Jaya to get a little nick round the left hand side. Hazy Yeah, he was just diving the wrong way. Jolly wasn't expecting that one to just end up in his net. We now have a tied game thanks to a bit of a defensive mishap.
It's such a good shot though coming out from Jaya, although it didn't have much power or pace on it. All it needed was precision. He realised that the defender was pushed up way too far on the front post, could just slot it behind them, knew that there was no way back, and we've got a tied game as a result.
We do have a tied game as the result, and Senja Godalions are hoping that they can bring this game back from the death, from one behind. Can they put themselves one in front and try to close out this game? Well, first of all, they've got to stop Hazy on this attack, which they do. Now it's Jolly's turn. Jaya from the back corner. What can he do? Senja Godalions trying to get on the offensive. Lutix on the back wall. That's Safix. This is going to be popped up high. Jolly is going to beat the man to this one, I tell you. Jaya up to the ceiling. Hazy's there, but no initial challenge coming through, and the double tap is perfect from Safix. This lead caught so vulnerable, but luckily for them, they've dealt with it very, very well.
They really have. It's been so much better than the last game, as Senja really want to find the offense which they had in the last game. This one's the back ball. Great bump from Lutix. Safix could have tried to come through for that one, but Jolly just one step ahead in that situation. Ping to the back board once more. Has he had to go for it? New Safix was lurking on the back board to find that touchdown, whether it be goal, whether it be to a teammate. As calm down, trying to waterfall it down. Has the read. The defensive reads have looked so much better for COR in this game. Everyone's there, everyone's positioned. They know what to do now in these situations. Maybe game one was just a little bit of a warm-up.
This feels like a completely different COR side, but it's gonna be the same result maybe as Safix puts his team in front. COR Esports, despite playing so well, still find themselves behind. A minute 22 remaining. It was a bit of a mistake from Lustig on the back wall. We know, and he knows, I'm sure, that he can do much better than that. You're gonna have to do much more if you want to beat Senja Godalions at that as well. COR find themselves trailing once again.
Can't take those guys to try and find it under Hazy. Finds 50. Someone's going to be coming through for Senja Godalions. It would have been Jaya, but Jolly just a little bit too quick on that one. Safix to touch it down. All they need to do now is delay in favour of the orange side, as Jaya can find another touch there, trying to find the dunk instead. Klein's got a little bit of time, he's got a little space to work with to make it all good. Finds the 50. Hazy full boost prepared to deal with that one away.
Notice how when Senja Godalions are given possession, they just take an extra couple of seconds or so to really get the play rolling. Jaya, midfield, carries it over Hazy for good measure, and Jolly in the corner want to get this one away as soon as possible. Just under 30 seconds, just over 30 seconds remaining, sorry. And that was another chance for COR to try and make it a 2-goal game in favour of Senja Godalions, but not going to happen. With 30 seconds remaining, we stay at a Senja Godalions lead.
We do indeed, and the third goal here for Senja Godalions could really set the tide, set the tone of this game. As Jaya, as soon as that ball hit the ceiling, I knew it was going to be heading to the back of the net. Nobody home other than Jaya to send that one into the back of the net. Has he nowhere to be seen until the very final moment, scrambling to get anything onto it. Brilliant speed, brilliant play coming out from Jaya. They double their lead, and it seems all but set that they'll take game 2 and have that 2-game series advantage.
We've got to start looking to how you react for COR. Is it time to take a timeout? If you choose to do so, other availabilities such as just playing this one out, or what they might do with. But it is Senja Godalions who take the second game and put themselves on to 2 games away from main 6.
And they look very well set to do so. They've been, I would say, they've been dominant in both games. COR, although I was complimenting their defense had looked so much better than the last game. Their offense hasn't improved all that much. They've looked good when they have been able to get offense on. However, they've been pinned up in their back corners for the majority of the game. They've been stuck on defense. The pressure from Senja Godalions is always going to be coming through when you've got the players like Jay, like Safix, like Calm, rushing you constantly, challenging you early. And why would they stop when it's working so well for them right now?
There is nothing to stop. It's all guns blazing from Senja at the moment. COR unable to find the answer in game number 2, but as we get sent onto Sovereign Heights for map number 3 of this best of 7 series, Senja look to put themselves on match point. Do COR have an answer? Well, we're going to find out now. Was I a little bit too greedy and almost joined the team there, but we are ready to get into this one. It is game number 3, and it is here.
It is 5 minutes on the clock once more. A very vital game for COR to win. Otherwise, Senja Godalions will have 3 match points at this one, and it has looked all in their favour since we kicked off in game 1. That's no disrespect to COR. That is all down to the quality which Senja Godalions have got on their roster.
We can see a slight preset change here as well from Lutix, opting to go into the plus the bar preset, often used by many high caliber professional players. We see Hazy doing the same as well. No car change for their 3rd man, as he believes that the decision and that dominance, that controversial dominance, we don't see that very often, is going to be the right decision for him. Well, this game might be that time to find out if it was the right decision. Lutix could only find it as far as Safix. This one's going to be pinched. Sorry, that was Safix diving to the ball now. Here's Hazy. Has a good amount of boost, but unfortunately just can't find the extra touch over the top. Can't do much on that aggressive play. Jay to the back wall. He's bumped off it. Nearly still find the double tap. It's going to be cleared away, and we stay at a clean 0-0.
Safix to try and clear it away. It's a great dunk from Hazy to steal possession away from the comp into the centre. Jolly with a little bit of time can try and find Hazy. Safix already waiting on it. There was going to wait for what Hazy has to offer. Hazy still trying to find something on it. Couldn't really create a play. Didn't have teammates to work with, but the play falls to Jolly, who can try and keep this one away from Khan. But Khan can take possession, can send it down the flank. It's got it past 2 players. Find one more to get it past the 3rd. Can open up play for a teammate. Does exactly that. Does exactly what it says on the tin. And Jay are open to scoring for Senja Godalions.
Exactly what it says on the tin indeed. And for Senja Godalions, their tin just says win, 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 win. And they are nothing short of absolutely running riot in this series. They find themselves in a situation where they could put themselves on to match points and possibly get a sweep at that as well, as Senja, with a 1-goal advantage, look to get this game rolling.
Absolutely. Jay up to the ceiling. All they need to do now is stay strong defensively, but when COR threatened, they've looked pretty good. Not quite sure how that one stayed out. Not enough power on it, as Hazy can finally put the ball into the back of the net. They've had their chances, COR, and they are taking it.
But finally on the board in this game. It only took them 2 minutes to get into it, but it was a nice shot at that. Hazy dropping it down. It is tied once again, just under 3 minutes remaining here, 2 minutes and 58 seconds to be precise. But COR on the board, but maybe not at a tied game for long, because Safix sending this one to the back wall just can't do much more than that, I'm afraid, though.
It's Jay trying to find this one into a midfield. Khan has to cut in. He can find Jaya again. Not much boost to work with. Can't find too much power onto that ball of Lutix. Could not do much of that either. Safix tried to find the touch back to Khan to keep possession in the favour of the orange side, but hit it way too hard. Started to make it awkward here in the defence for Senja Godalions. They really need to try and sort it out, as Hazy can maybe get on the end of this one. Double commit in the offence for COR can make it awkward for Lutix, but what a cut in rotation. Hazy can't find the shot on target, but a brilliant shot stopping play there from Lutix to keep COR in it, to make sure they did not get counter-attacked and that things did not look threatening.
Hazy to the top right corner, demos all over the place, turning into a demolition derby at times as this series. Safix, that's a wonderful 50. Hazy, touch around, gonna find a reset to match as well, finds the 50. This is a beautiful pass from Hazy. It's gonna be saved on the goal line from Jaya and cleared away in the end by Khan. But that was brilliant play by Hazy, and that is just what COR are gonna need. With a minute and 40 seconds remaining, everything is still all to play for.
It really, really is, and everything will be up to play for until the game drops in what is the final game. Everyone's going to be throwing tooth and nail at this one, especially COR. They do not want to be dropping this game, but Senja have got the exact same predicament, just in the opposite direction. They really want to take this game, because then they'll have the 3 match points. Everything will be in their favour. It will be almost destined that they take the series in some way or another. There's just over a minute left. Will a goal be found in regulation, or will we be headed to overtime?
Quadruple match point is something that you really, really fear to play against. And for for Senja Godalions. They're really going to be one of these. Sen there and Khan nearly putting themselves roughly 50 seconds away from doing just that. Now Hazy going down the other end for COR. This one's picked up by Jay. A lovely control. Can't do much more with it though because he's intercepted right after picking that one up. Jolly leaving this one. Now he's going to decide to cut on it. Fakes that one, but the 50 still came through from Suffix. And we remain with a deadlock here.
We do, but that deadlock must be broken at some point, and so far it looks like it could be COR being the team to break it. They've had a lot of chances in offense this game. This is a game where you think, ignore the other two, this has been their game to win, but now they really need to take it, otherwise it could come back to bite them really badly. Suffix sends it up the field. Jaya can find the redirect, can find the bump, can open the play up for Suffix, squeezes it just over the crossbar. Khan waiting on it as it can have the final attack of this game. Pops up to Jolly onto the backboard. Who's going to be there? It's a shot from Lutix. It's spiked into the ground, and we've got our third kickoff of the game. We have overtime.
We have another overtime here today. Not our first, and hopefully not our last. Jaya trying to muscle the ball into the net. Lutix takes the round one, trying to get around the final defender. Nearly just did so. Jolly takes it away slightly from Hazy. This one's going to drop down. Lutix gets the game done in 16 seconds of overtime. It is 2-1 in the series. COR are well and truly back in this one.
They really are, and I thought it was going to be a detrimental double commit coming up from Hazy and Jolly there in the offense, which would have allowed so much space to Senja and Godalions. But in the end, Lutix way too quick, way too pacey, slots that one into the back of the net. They've half the deficit in the series. Now they could come back to fight.
They definitely can come back to fight, and what a game this was. What a way to bring your team back into this series. Mistakes are going to happen, and when they're punished, they are truly punished. And Senja Godalions still have the advantage in this series. It's 2-1 in this series in favour of them, but COR finally getting a muscle back into this game and maybe just finding a way back.
Maybe, just maybe, but there's still a long way to go in this series. They've got to stay consistent with it. They've had 12 shots in this game. They've only scored the 2, and that goes to credit of Senja Godalions' defense. COR need to find their way of breaking that up that little bit more, whether it's keeping the ball close, whether it's trying to find themselves some more demos on the back line, stealing some more boost. They've got to do what Senja Godalions have done to them in the opening first 2 games. They've got to keep their opponents penned back in the defensive zones. If they're able to do that, they're well within a shot here.
They're definitely well within a shot. Well, can they make that shot worth it? We're going to find out in about 5 minutes time as we get match number 4 underway here on Delight Canyon Oasis. We're ready. Let's just get it rolling.
Absolutely, it's Jay onto the back ball. 2 players go again for COR. It goes into the middle from Khan. The shot way past the left-hand side of that post as Hazy can maybe find 2 touches here. Lutix to take over possession instead. Jaya needs to find a touch here. Gets one, can find the 50 as well with Jolly. Again, keeping that ball close, forcing your opponents to come to you. Make them waste their boost instead of you using yours and making yourself awkward. As a result, Jaya can find 1 touch. Khan can find a 2nd. Suffix can find the 3rd and the back of the net out of that as well. The 3-man passing play coming out from Senja Godalions, and what a way to open their account game for.
Absolutely beautiful. The pass in field from the first man, which was of course Jaya. Then Khan picks it up, sends it over to Suffix, who rifles the ball into the back of the net and makes it a 1-goal lead already. The Senja Godalions as they look to send themselves with another opportunity on to match point and make this a 3-1 series lead, and with Khan flying in. That was very nearly that 2nd goal, and as they mean to go on in this game, that would have been a perfect start.
It really would have been, and it really would have been a mountain to climb for COR. A 2nd goal would be that as well. Jolly can send it down the opposite end of the field, though. Jaya can send it right back where it came from. Khan can get on the end of it. COR have overextended, and they've paid the price for it.
They have paid the price. You make a mistake against Senja Godalions, and they are gonna punish you. Khan gets the final blow and smashes it into the centre of the net. There was no goalkeepers there to stop that one, and it is 2-0 to Senja Godalions. COR Esports giving this game away slightly too easily.
Suffix, 1 touch into the air. Hazy to take over from Suffix. It's an awkward flick reset play. Lutix can potentially get dividends from it. It's popped up to Jolly. It's very awkward. It's very close cup, but somehow it's caught and it's Jolly to half the deficit. It's great play. It's a great angle. It's great speed coming out from the team play.
Is this going to be that goal-festy game of this series? We've already got 3 and we've not even played a minute and a half of Rocket League action. We saw the goal fest game in game number 3 in our previous series, where I believe we saw a total of 7 goals in the end. It was a 4-3 overtime thriller on that occasion. Will we see the same here? What do you think, Potter?
Well, if you're going off of the last series, which was actually, to many people's disbelief, it was a 9-goal game. It was 5-4. I don't think that's going to be recreated with the time which we've got left here, but it could definitely be something similar. As Jolly trying to tie up this one, they need to find that the second goal for them, the 4th goal in this game. Then we can start the goal counter really solid.
Yes, for sure. And we need to get to this halfway point first. Well, maybe not first, but we need to get to this halfway point if we want to end this game at any point. That really should have been a goal, and it should have been cleared straight away. Big mistakes coming out from either side. Luckily for both teams, nothing is going to come from it just yet. Safix keeping this one in. Thought we were going to see another run one there. That's a big bang, and that's a tie game core with a huge bang from Hazy. Tie up the game.
A huge bang indeed. Again, the price of overextending, the price of not being ready to defend your net where it matters the most. Just over half this game left to go. From 2-0 down, COR have tied us up and could potentially do the exact same, being 2-0 down in this series at that as well.
There's Safix from the left-hand side. Trying to find the flip reset. Defenders are having absolutely none of it. Jaya in his corner, has his boost stolen though. Jolly, big pinch midfield, Safix to the side. Khan can carry this one away with ease. That was something different I've seen from Khan, who's just power sliding all the way towards the ball, just not finding any contact though. Safix moves someone from the field. This might leave it open. Khan finds the back of the net. It's back in front for Senja Godalions.
Absolutely. No better way it could be going at the moment for Senja Godalions. They've got the lead again. They've been pinned back and pinned back and pinned back by this COR side. However, they take the lead again, but they must hold on to it.
They must hold on to it indeed. And they've got 2 minutes to do just that. There's Khan trying to muscle his way through this back line of COR3 and nearly finding a way through with Safix with that shot. Unfortunately, shot was barred down and away in the nick of time. It was just split off the line with ease from Hazy, and they're able to get going once again and try on offense. That's not a great touch from Safix. I thought maybe this one's going to be challenged by Lutix, and it is. Now Safix into the midfield, finds a second. This one's going to be picked up by Hazy though. Gonna maybe think about the fake. No, he elects to go against that and just bang the ball into a defender, and here's a chance. Jolly midfield to Hazy. It's a tied game once again.
I've got no clue how Hazy managed to get onto the end of this. Great play from Jolly. Hazy way too fast, had the read on it already before any of the Senja Godalions players knew it was coming. They've tied up the game again, but they need to find that all-important lead.
Yes, they are yet to have the lead in this game. Senja Godalions been on the front foot every time we've seen someone have a lead. It's been tied for a minute or so in this game, but for the other 3 minutes we've had, it seems like it's been all Senja Godalions. Once they've had possession, they've looked unrelenting. Now the 50 from Safix. Can't thought about going for it. Saw Hazy and was like, nah, I'm having absolutely none of it. The demo's going out from Safix. Already gets one, trying to find a second, and just Safix does it all himself with the demos. Khan finds the bottom left corner, and the Senja Godalions are back in front again.
Safix didn't even need to find the demo onto Hazy, just needed to make them awkward enough that they stood still like a deer in headlights, and Khan was able to slot the ball into the bottom left corner, past the core, he's got defence, and it seems like they're all ready to take this game number 4. However, we've seen it from COR before. Every single time they get him back, they're ready to come back. They won't be going down without a fight.
They will not be going down without a fight, but they've got to get down off this offensive push coming through from Senja Godalions as they find themselves on defense. Khan keeping this ball in play. Here's Lutix. Gets this only just past halfway line before Jay just delays and picks it up. This one's going to be crossing to the middle. There's Jolly now to pick it up. Safix, big dunk. Hazy nearly gets boomed off that play as well, but Khan happy just to waste a little bit of time. 10 seconds on the clock, maybe just get another one for security. 5 seconds left. COR needs something soon and now. They've got 1 second. When this ball drops down, it'll be sent to match point. Oh, Khan wants to keep it alive. He wants to go for the corner double. He's not going to find it. Senja Godalions on match point.
On match point indeed. And judging on how this series has gone so far, this is probably where you would expect to be at. 3-1 series lead for Senja Godalions against COR. However, COR are not out of this one. They've been fighting every step of the way, and I would not be surprised to see some part of a comeback here. Do I think they will take it all the way? No, I do not. However, it's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be easy for Senja Godalions to get this one across the finish line.
That is right. COR were very, very close to finding a final way through versus Senja Godalions in that game. They were unable to do it, and when we head on to the next map, it will be an all-important one for COR. If they can win it, they can get the momentum, and then when they go, or if they win it, they go on to that game number 6. You've got the momentum. Can you send it to game 7? Then you're coming off 2 games back-to-back win. Well, first they've got to win here on a Stadio Vida, and as we're ready to get into the lobby, our players join their respective teams, and COR Esports are looking to get this going, and if they want to come back, they're going to have to get it now, and it starts all here on a Stadio Vida.
It could start all here for COR. It could end all here for COR at that as well. 5 minutes back on the clock. The most important 5 minutes they've played so far this season. Potentially because that's the opening game that they would have played this season. However, it all still counts the same as Jaya trying to continue this one up the field. Suffix to find the shot on, but it's easily denied away early on by Jolly. Can't awkward touch allows Suffix to come through. However, no boost to work with for the COR defense. It comes into midfield once more. Jolly to just beat that one away. Jaya awkward touch, but it comes through for Khan, who has to find the 50 on that. Jaya has to jump up for it once more. It's the cuts of rotation. It's the speed of realizing when to cut rotation for Senja Godalions, which is really helping them out as a full 3 hit.
Yes, they are definitely being in the better team. When they're the better team as a 3, it's not like COR are a bad team. It's not like they're playing as individuals. Senja Godalions are just looking better than them, and that's not any discredit to COR, who have played well as well. It's just more credit to Senja Godalions, who have just been so good when given the opportunities. They've been the more punishing side. Well, the mistakes have come through from Senja, but the thing is, COR just haven't been able to pounce and punish them, just like Senja have been able to punish the COR mistakes though.
Wouldn't have been able to say it any better myself, as Suffix takes up the right hand flank and try and find the angle onto this one. It's all for Lutix to deal with, but is able to just compose themselves, take a touch onto that one before being absolutely wiped out of the play. Khan can maybe get onto the end of this one with a 50. Suffix has to turn in, has to find the shot, pops up hopefully. Jay can be the first one to it. Lutix no boost to work with. Easy. The Bruce counts are really starting to run low, really starting to get awkward now for COR. They need a big clearance here. They need to be able to buy their teammates some time to get into the back corners. Great fake out coming in the back lines to do exactly that. But Khan can take over possession again. Hazy jumps on it first. It falls out to Sappers, who can take this one soaring to the sky. Ceiling pinch onto the battlefield. Can they find the read? Can they find the angle? No, they cannot. The defense for COR so far staying strong, but maybe it's because Senja Godalions can't find that killer blow.
We were watching for about 30 seconds or so of just pure Senja Godalions offense. All it takes is one past midfield, and COR Esports find themselves in the lead through looking Hazy into the midfield, and just like that, what a turnaround. This is a 1-0 lead for COR, just like that.
It is, but they really need to hang on to it. All it takes is one chance, one opportunity. You think potentially off the kickoff, but Hazy's done that play so many times throughout their careers. Jolly sends it down the opposite end. Hazy can find the redirect off of the threat reset. It's great plays all around from COR, and this is what we've been needing to see from them all series long.
There's so much better in this game from COR. They have themselves a 2-goal advantage, which has been unheard of for them so far in this series, and the comeback may just be getting started in the perfect fashion for COR. Well, Senja, they're not going to want to lose this one. They just want to get this series done and pack up and go home. But it's not looking like that's going to be possible when you're down by 2 with just half the game remaining. But the mentality here for Senja. Must be. Oh, if they can do it in the first half, what's stopping us from doing it in the second half? And will they able to do it in the second half? Well, we'll find out here, won't we, Potter?
Indeed, we will, but we know that Senja Godalions can come back with a click of a finger. They've got 2 minutes left to do it. We know the opportunities that they have created, but for some reason they're now just pinned back on the defense. They had all the offense going through the opening parts of this game, but now they need to push up the field the most. It's coming back to bite them for them wasted opportunities, but Khan needs to find this one into the back of the net. Can't find the top right corner. Jaya is there to finish it off, and it can potentially just save the skin of Senja Godalions here.
Jay is going to get credited for that one, but all the dirty work was done there by Khan. Finds the double tap, unfortunately just ricochets off the post and unable to find the back of the net initially, but the goal came nevertheless, and Senja Godalions made this a 1-goal game. A bit of a double commit there. This can leave Safix all alone for a moment. Elects to just fake off that play. He had 20 boosts, sorry, and unable to make a challenge. Jay now getting challenged on the back lines, and with his boost he wasn't able to do much either. Jay is still once again that man at the back. He sends it to the back wall where he can hope to get a second touch. Not going to get it. Here's Safix. Clears the way. Can he get the midfield boost? Yes, Jay can. Can I get the 50 midfield? Yes, Jay can. Can't. Pitches that one onto the centre, and it's getting easily cleared away, but only for a moment. Jolly can't fully get this ball dealt with. Jaya might just not be able to get this one, and this looks like another opportunity for Senja Godalions to concede, but no, they cut it out, and we keep at a 1-goal game with 1 minute remaining.
We hear the Klaxon sound. 1 minute left in this game. Jaya up for this one to Denali, takes away, but Jolly can put the nail in the coffin. You would have thought. 52 seconds left. Nobody home for Senja Godalions as Jolly slots in a third.
Senja Godalions might just find themselves on the receiving end of a match loss here. They're down by 2. 52 seconds left. Crazier things have happened. Do they still have it in the tank to win this game? Well, Jolly's trying to make sure they don't. I'm trying to make sure this is a 3-goal game. A complete shutout, but that's not looking likely at the moment. Hazy sends it to the corner. Khan gets faked out, and as a result is unable to find a touch. This one's sent back towards the orange net. Khan away to the corner now. This one's going to go central. Here's Jaya from the corner. What can he do? He gets a lovely touch midfield. He's going to fake this one out. Maybe no. He's going to leave it for Khan, who can't find the back of the net. No, Khan can't. At this point in time, you can't find a way through this back line. Senja Godalions maybe now. The pancake going through and still ricocheting off the post. Senja Godalions are going to lose this game. With 5 seconds remaining, the ball is going to drop at 0, and it's going to be a victory for COR as we go into our next game. It's going to be Neo Tokyo, game number 6. It is a game victory from COR Esports.
And it seems like both players, or both teams, when you look at the last couple of games, just switch sides. COR looked like the Senja Godalions that we've seen so far. And the offense was just phenomenal. The defense looked brilliant at that as well. But when you think of what Senja Godalions were creating at the start of this game and towards the end of this game as well, it's not going to be easy for COR to try and send it to Game 7.
It is not indeed. And Senja Godalions, now you have to have your answer. If you want to win this in 6, now is your time to shine. Win this Neo Tokyo matchup and you win the series. And we get over to our cup draw later tonight, but more on that later. Let's focus on this for the time being, as we'll get this lobby ready in a moment, and we'll be ready for some more Rocket League action.
Absolutely. As we do transition over to Neo Tokyo, to game number 6. It's either it all ends here, or we get one last ride in game 7. 5 minutes on the clock for potentially the final time, or potentially the penultimate one, as we kick off once more.
We do kick off once again with 5 minutes of Rocket League. This could be our final game of the series. 2-4-2 series scorelines today wouldn't be a bad day. 6 games of Rocket League in both series. 12 on the day would not be a bad way to start this second split. Sorry, no, second split is spring. Split is Suffix. Leaves this one for Jaya. Pops this one, finds a little musty connection on it as well, and other than that, not able to find much more. Jolly might have an opportunity to get an opening. Jaya was too busy trying to find a demo on Lutix. and that ball gets sent into your net if you're Senja Godalions.
Brilliant fake out as well from Hazy onto Safix. Just forced Safix to go for it, went flying straight past the ball, opened up the left-hand side of the goal, and COR take the lead again. It seems like a completely revitalised side. The double commit comes through, and Jolly's taken it away from Hazy, which would have been a shot destined towards the back of the net. And now it's getting really awkward. Now it's a miss on the back line. It's all gone horribly wrong for COR in the space of about 10 seconds. There's misses on the back ball, there's double commits, there's touches away from teammates. It's calamity.
It is absolute calamity as Senja Godalions tie up the game once again. That lead did not last long, but they're almost getting it back again, just unable to find a little touch over the top. Here they are again though. Safix, luckily, able to find a bump on Jolly to stop him from advancing. Hazy to the back wall. That's going to be free for Jolly. It's 2-1. The lead has been reinstated for COR Esports.
It absolutely has. Onto the backboard Safix. That's definitely a ghost touch if I've ever seen one. That ball should have been cleared well wide for the right-hand side of the goal, but it was not meant to be. Not in this universe, not in this lifetime. As COR take the lead again.
Yes, they do, but can they hold it for long is the question. Safix from his own back wall, trying to take this one away now is Jaya. He gets absolutely dusted on that play and Khan left stranded on an island at the back. Just able to find the flare, but can they give this lead? I was talking about it. They can just, but now Khan drop down past Safix, 50 getting Fazy. Now it's scared away by Jolly. Can he get on the offensive? 50 boost in that beautiful tank. Can he find the pass? He can, but Lutix unable to get the final product, and Khan trying to turn this game around and put it on offense, but easily shut out. Safix now central. Jay is there, but no, the back of the net is still not found.
Still not found just yet. 3 minutes left in this one, looking in favour of COR. This could be an open net if the play was made correctly, but it was not. No one was there in the midfield to receive the pass from the wide play. Lutix trying to force it through, goes off of the ceiling once more. Jay onto the back ball, great time on the back line. This one could be open. Hazy's got to get there, does so successfully. It's a great free jump read from Hazy to keep COR in it. It's a shot coming on from Jolly. Jaya had to be there. They need to find a goal. They need to be down the other end of the pitch. Calm can find the touch onto this one. Comes off the back end of their own teammate. Jolly can delay time in the air here. Safix does well to clear it away. Can't send it even further off the backboard. Hazy keeps this one close in the corner. Can delay some time once more.
Godalions still trying to find that equaliser. Still trying to win this series, and Khan finds it. It is 2-2, and we are back all square.
Great players once more. Khan rifles it into the top left. Brilliant angle, brilliant power onto it. It's exactly what you need in this situation from the side in orange.
That is completely for certain. If we see a double demo coming off, we kick off a bit of a trade between Jaya and Hazy. They're both going to be back into the field of play, and Hazy already been removed once again. He was trying to get that midfield boost. They weren't having any of it, and Safix is having a goal put under his name. It's a team hat-trick for Senja Godalions in game number 6 as they look to close out this series.
Safix finds a touch, just to touch that one over the line. Two in probably about 2 seconds, it feels like, for Senja Godalions there, as they flip the game on its head, flip the game in their favour. COR on the back foot once more in the game and in the series.
Yes, they are. They need an answer in these next 2 minutes. Jolly to the skies, trying to put that smile very, very jolly on his face. Here's Hazy taking control, but that's a nice edge ball. Easily stopped in its tracks though by Safix. Lutix is there. Oh, that could have been a goal. That really, really could have been the equaliser that COR after, but unable to find it. Senja stay on the front foot with 90 seconds remaining. They still have a 1-goal advantage.
This one, however, coming off of the back ball. The shot is on. It's off the crossbar. It's an own goal. This from Khan. Couldn't get out of the way of it. Tried their best to get out of the way and let the ball go past them. But I believe it was Jolly who would have been there to force it home anyway. It seems like a bad play, but in reality, Khan couldn't really have done much about it.
Yeah, Khan, not much going for him there. Just on his own little island, stranded deserted. Nothing he can do but just nudge that one into his own net, and unfortunately for him, it did go over that line, but still doesn't find his team behind. It's 3-3 as we're about to cross the 1 minute remaining mark, as we have a nice little announcement here in Neo Tokyo. Hazy to the corner, gonna get this one midfield. I don't think Lutix was expecting the final touch. Maybe the communications not fully on point at this point in time for COR and Senja. They're gonna happily have that happen to COR. They want to see this COR broken down, but that's not going to happen just yet because Lutix is taking this ball away.
Suffix try and make a play happen here. Jolly can find the 50. It goes high into the sky. Lutix is there with the speed. Can maybe find the protractor angle on that one. Can't. Had it already covered. Suffix to send it downfield. 25 seconds left. Someone needs to find a goal. Will it be now? Will it be in overtime? Can't try to find it. It comes through. Suffix into the corner once more. 15 seconds left. Which side do you think has got it, Bart?
I reckon the clutchness is going to come through from Senja Godalions. They've got less pressure in this game. If you win, or if you lose this one in your Senja, you've still got that game number 7. If you lose this in your COR, you're out. Well, Senja trying to get this game done on 0 seconds. They're going to get it done. Suffix finds the back of the net. It's GG's all round. Senja get the job done on 0 seconds. It's a 4-2 series finish. COR couldn't quite keep the ball out at the last moment.
It's the buzzer beater of absolute dream coming out from Senja Godalions in a series when you think, you know, they should be the outright winners here. They've done that eventually, but it's not been easy. COR pushed them every single step of the way. You think if that goes to overtime, all COR needs to do is score one more goal and you're in game 7. The exact situation you do not want to be in. But breathe. Take a deep breath in, exhale. We don't need to worry about game 7 anymore. Senja Godalions are your series victors.
Senja Godalions getting it done in 6, our second 4-2 scoreline of the day. Both series did not disappoint. Both full of absolute cinema and excitement. But that time around, Senja Godalions made your prediction correct and got the job done.
They absolutely did, and they showed why they were such heavy favourites in this series, why they were able to take it in the end. Some quality players from some quality players, and it's a shame that series kind of had to end really. COR were finally getting back into it. I had a little bit of belief in them. I said after game 2, you know, I wasn't necessarily a fan of what I was seeing from them. They flipped that. I started to come onto their side, knew what they had in the tank to try and get it over that Senja Godalions side. It was not meant to be, and it's a shame that that's all the Rocket League we've had for today's action.
That is completely correct. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of mine and yours day, but don't go anywhere because we still have a draw coming up for the cup. Isn't that right?
Indeed, we do. We'll be joined with Ed very shortly. That's it from me today. That's it from me, Potter. That's all we've had from Barks. It's been a pleasure for both of us to make our debuts here on the RL Norway Super Series. But Ed will be with you very shortly after a short break for the cup draw.